You are going to spend 6 years of your life in a world that doesn't exist. Not metaphorically. 6 literal years, roughly 2,200 nights, spent inside a vivid alternate reality your own brain builds from scratch, populates with people, floods with emotion, and then quietly erases before you wake up. And here's the part that should bother you more than it does. Scientists still don't fully know why. Dreams are one of the last great mysteries of the human mind. Researchers have spent decades studying them, and the deeper they look, the stranger it gets. Your brain never actually switches off. While you sleep, 86 billion neurons keep firing. But something else happens too. Something that took scientists a long time to notice. In 1953, a graduate student named Eugene Aserinsky was monitoring his sleeping son's brainwaves. At a certain point, he noticed something strange. His son's eyes were moving, rapidly, back and forth, beneath his closed eyelids. The machine picked up brain activity almost identical to being awake. Aserinsky woke his son, and his son described a vivid dream. That discovery, REM sleep, changed everything. During REM, your brain's visual cortex lights up, your emotional center goes into overdrive, but your prefrontal cortex, responsible for logic and critical thinking, goes almost completely dark. Your brain generates full sensory experiences, while the part of you that would say, wait, this doesn't make sense, has been switched off. That's why being chased by a man made entirely of clocks feels completely normal in a dream. But why does any of this happen at all? There are competing theories. None of them has won. The first, dreams are meaningless, just noise, random signals firing as your brain consolidates memories, your mind scrambling to build a story around the chaos. Clean, tidy, convenient, if it were true. But Rosalind Cartwright spent 40 years studying dreams and found something hard to dismiss. People going through painful divorces who dreamed about their emotional struggles processed their grief faster and showed lower rates of depression a year later. She called it overnight therapy. Matthew Walker, neuroscientist at UC Berkeley, found that during REM sleep your brain replays emotional memories in a neurochemical environment, almost free of noradrenaline, the stress chemical. You re-experience the memory without the stress response. The sting fades. A therapy session you never have to book. Then there's the threat simulation theory. Finnish neuroscientist Antti Revonsuo noticed that threatening events, being chased, falling, confrontations, occur far more often in dreams than in waking life. Your brain uses sleep to rehearse survival, to practice responses to danger without consequences. You might be dreaming tonight because your ancestors needed to practice staying alive. Dreams also don't just replay your life. They combine things. Splice a conversation from last Tuesday with a beach from 7 years ago and a face you've never seen. They create things that never existed. Mendeleev said the periodic table came to him in a dream. McCartney woke up with the melody to Yesterday fully formed. Your sleeping brain may be your most creative brain. Here's what we know for certain. When people are deprived of REM sleep, woken at the exact moment it begins, night after night, things go wrong fast. Mood collapses, anxiety spikes. Some begin hallucinating while awake, as if the brain will have its dreams one way or another. Dreaming isn't optional. Your brain fights for it. You dream every single night, 4 to 6 times, roughly 2 hours total. You almost certainly dreamed last night, and you can't remember it, because your brain is designed to forget. You live through experiences every night that leave almost no trace. 6 years, spent somewhere else entirely, in a world your brain built and then erased. Tonight, while you think you're just sleeping, your brain will quietly construct an entire world, with its own logic, its own people, its own rules, just for you. And tomorrow you'll pour your coffee and it will be as if none of it happened, but it did happen. And somewhere in those 6 years of vanished nights is a truth about what your mind is, what it needs, and what it's quietly doing in the dark. You still don't know exactly why, and neither do the scientists.